What's up, guys? Welcome back to another SoCal Expeditions video. I didn't even intro this video at all, but I'm right now in the middle of the Mojave Desert. We're doing Mojave Road. We got a ton of rigs this time. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more up there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a DUI checkpoint. It's a 3-day weekend.
Now I got a whiskey here. I didn't have a beer. I don't want to start with.
So we actually have a bunch of people. I've only met Mark before, which is that gentleman right there. And then everybody else just kind of, we grouped together, made like a Facebook group, and now we're all out here together. So far driving, it's been amazing. We've been having a blast. We're actually at the old building site. So this is super fun, and I'm super stoked to be back out. The truck's fixed, the spindle's all good to go. Flippac is on the truck, which is gonna make camping so much more fun. The 35s versus 33s. It's actually such a big difference. All right, it's so nice to be driving this road. Mojave Road is one of those things that everybody should do. This is actually my first time doing it, so I know it sounds kind of funny that I'm saying everybody should do it and it's my first time. But it's one of those roads that's so beautiful in a sense that if you're taking a look, just looking at how pretty it is outside, you're driving through these narrow California kind of pinstripe areas. We're actually stuck behind a group, and this group has been moving really slow and they aren't making way for us. But it's okay, it's a really small, it's kind of like a single track. But it's so cool to be out here with a bunch of fun people, I guess you could say. Everybody is having a great time. There's a lady just walking here. What is she doing? What the heck? For some reason, that looks so scary. I think we're all kind of cooking. Or we'll all help. We just pulled into camp. It's super sick. Found like a little spot up against the rocks here. So we're setting up like all the firewood, and then we're also gonna hang out over there. Got these rocks. So got everybody set up. We're all fit in here. So super rad.
Make it real shaky, right?
Yeah. As shaky a footage as possible.
Tell me when I'm at the top.
Huh?
Grab on, don't go on a ride like you got 100 feet and then jump off. I don't want to do it, it's scary. Fall off, get sucked up there.
So we're all just hanging out. It's our second day out here. We're just starting the trail again. We're crossing the train tracks, which is super rad because we actually had a train go by. It's actually kind of rare, I think, but we heard a couple trains last night when we were set up for camp. Man, it's been super rad. The truck's been doing super well. All the trucks have actually been doing well. Not a single issue with any of us. We're all just kind of hanging out. So one thing I have noticed about this Mojave Trail is there are a ton of whoops. By whoops, I mean, well, now that I start speaking about it, there are none. But there's just a ton of bumps. It would be great if I had long travel, but I don't. So instead, we're all slowly traveling over these. These are some whoops right here. And you can just see what it does. I try and keep it easy over whoops. I mean, I've already bent a spindle one time, and I'd like to make it through this trip to the end. So on these whoops, it's kind of nice just to take it slow. You know, I have a lot of rear travel now with the 12-inch relocation shocks. Thank you, Shane. And my rear end sticks on the ground the whole time, so I won't feel my rear end come up. Maybe every once in a while I'll hit bump stops, but that's about it. But the front, since it's not long travel, my shocks aren't really long enough, so I'll be bouncing around in the front like it's nothing. And another huge factor to that is the fact that I have 700-pound springs. That makes it definitely a lot stiffer every time it rebounds and comes back up. But other than that, we're doing a solid 15 miles an hour. This is my first time ever actually leading a trip, and in a sense, I mean that I'm in charge of GPS, kind of. So it's been really fun. It's also been kind of stressful because I'm not too familiar with Gaia GPS, and that's what I'm using right now. And there's been a couple times I've taken us on the wrong routes, but I'm trying to cut that down as much as I can, make sure that I'm navigating correctly, so I'm not wasting anybody's time just driving around in circles. Plus gas too, because a couple of our rigs get terrible gas mileage, and it's not helping that we only have 5 or 10 gallons spare, which should be plenty, but not if we start driving like a-holes. But other than that, it's been smooth sailing. It's been super fun. Here's just a little view as I drive. We're actually crossing Soda Lake bed right now. This is a salt lake bed, and it is extremely wet and muddy right now. Like, this just rained, and right underneath what I'm driving on is literally just mud. So if I'm, not keeping it moving, keeping the truck up to pace, then it's not gonna be good here. But just stay on course and then just keep a steady foot and hope you don't sink. So literally, if I move...
Had an old redneck with like a 2-foot lift and like 45-inch tractor tires, probably taller, just modding through here.
Far so good. Here's just a little footage of driving it. We finished, we passed Soda Dry Lake Bed. It was super fun. Biggest issue with passing dry lake beds like that is that it just gets your truck extremely dirty. So, I mean, this is all salt too, and it's practically everywhere. Not really a big deal. Plus, since it is salt, what I'm going to do is the second I get back, I'm going to probably spend like $50 at a power washing station just to be able to power wash all this salt and mud off. It's super fun. We're actually out in the dunes. This area specifically, don't know what it's called, but Mojave Trail keeps going down that way where they're sitting over there waiting. And Soda Dry Lake Bed's that way. So far, we've come about... I want to say we've come maybe close to 80 miles in, 70 miles in the trail. So we still have a little bit to go. I think the total is like 130 or 140. I might be wrong, so don't quote me on that. But we're just all having fun. We're all messing around, driving a little bit. Andrew over here got himself purposely stuck. I guess while I'm out here, I should say a couple things about vehicle preparation before you come. Always gas. I don't know why some people don't carry spare gas cans. I don't get it. Spare full-size tire, full size, not close to full size or whatever. Have yourself a spare fifth tire. I mean, it's pretty simple why you should have one, and we already saw 2 people in total that have had blown out tires. Have lights. So, as you can see, I have 2 lights on the front of mine. If you're driving at night, your headlights, I mean, they're really not good enough with the ruts and everything that there are outside. Have lights. If you have a ham radio, get a ham radio antenna that's better than the Baofeng, whatever. The Baofeng stock one. literally it's just magnet mount, just a magnet stuck to the roof. The cable runs all the way inside. Another thing to note, that since I have the Flippac on and it's so heavy, it's like 400 pounds or something ridiculous. So since it's on, you can definitely feel the weight back there. Like there are times where I will be driving and I look out and I can see my entire bed moving one way just because of the weight of this thing. And I mean, the Tacoma beds aren't very strong themselves. I do have bed supports, which is really nice, but you can definitely feel the Flippac causing a lot of weight issues. So it kind of makes me think, would it have been better to get a Go Fast camper? No, I'm so stoked with this thing. Man, last night when I was standing in the bed of the truck and being able to go to the regular bed, crazy, insane that I have that much space. I don't even know what to do with the space. It's just sitting there and being like, oh, okay, well, I can add stuff to it. I can make drawers or whatever, but right now, just how it is with a couple boxes, it's perfect. It's such a sweet setup. If you ever see me, stop me and ask me if you can jump inside or I'll open it for you. I'm glad to do that. So